Hello, my name is Brendan and welcome to the next video in my short 5-minute videos. This one will be focusing on the topic of healthy amounts of mastication, as in healthy eating. So basically start off with I'm not a nutritionist, so I don't trust everything that I say and take everything with a grain of salt because I am not the healthiest individual myself. I love food, but I probably don't eat as well as I should, and of late I've probably put on a little bit too much weight from going a little bit far over to the chocolates and ice cream side of eating, so the less healthy side. Anyway, to start off with what are the healthy foods that you should eat? So a lot of nutritionists will tell you fairly similar things, like you need to have 7 vegetables, fruits, 7 vegetables a day, 5 fruits, a bunch of grains, limit your sugars and carbohydrates as well, eat some proteins. Proteins are like meats, or if you're a vegetarian or vegan, they can be like beans and nuts, and various vegetables also have protein as well. So there are all sorts of options depending on the way you choose to live. Some people can't stomach meat, like your mother, for instance. She's what we call pescatarian, which is basically she can eat seafood and fish, but she can't eat any other meats because her stomach just does not take anything else on. So anyway, to continue on, just to try to stay healthy with food, you got to eat lots of different types of food. So don't just focus on purely go like a protein diet. I've seen my parents go on protein diets and it's okay for a while, but eventually they just end up making themselves sick of that one thing that they eat. There's all sorts of crazy diets out there, just like lemon only diet and all that sort of stuff, but I find it's much better and much healthier just to have a large variety of food and just keep on getting interested with the food that you're having. Just make it as tasty as you can without overloading it with sugars and salts and fats, but accept that you have to have some of that to make it delicious, because otherwise you're not going to want to eat it. So one of the other things you need to make sure you do is make sure you have your regular meals, like have your breakfast, have your lunch, have your dinner. Make sure they're all largish, filling meals that have a combination of proteins and fats and carbohydrates even, just to make you feel full for the longest time. And also, you can have morning teas, afternoon teas, that sort of thing. Just make sure they're not as big as your other meals. They're basically just to keep your metabolism going on. So your metabolism is basically the process by which how fast your body will convert that food into energy. If your metabolism runs really fast, basically it means you're probably going to be skinny, but it means it'll transfer that energy into like physical energy, like you're running around, and it goes into your various bodily functions. But if your metabolism's a bit slower, it'll just not use that energy for anything but storing it as fat. So one thing eating regularly and good meals does is keep on increasing your metabolism, and the high metabolism, basically, the skinnier you're going to be. So eating too regularly will keep your metabolism going, but your body still won't be able to keep up with the fat it needs to keep storing. So it's a bit of a balancing game. So sometimes it's easier than others. And so basically eat regularly, eat a large variety of foods, and try to limit your fats, salts, sugars, lollies and all that kind of stuff. And exercising is the other side of things, which I'll get to in another video. But and there's lots of unhealthy foods which you can snack on at times. Everybody eats them, but try to keep it limited to the good stuff. Okay, thanks for being here with me, and hope you come for the next video.